What's going? You know what? I probably got talked out. I was on the phone too much today. So I want to give a shout out to Barfly Brooks. Hope everything's going well in your place, your area. And hello, Eileen. Eileen's talk about being supportive. Eileen has been a big help for me navigating the ups and downs, the pitfalls of YouTube. All right, so I haven't really looked through the Sunday paper. I've sort of broke up my routine. People used to say if they wanted to hunt me down or something, they'd always know where to find me because I'm such a creature of habit. And I used to spend a lot of time at Twigs, but I don't anymore. And well, mainly because spending like $5 or $6 every time I'm there is not such a good idea. So that's where I used to really read the paper. But I'm not reading the Sunday paper today. Let me just look. Well, I'll try to read it later. What are the headlines? Gulf Sea Life caught in the thick of it. God, that oil spill, what a mess. Poker faces on Wall Street to land a job at high-speed trading firm. Helps to play the game. You know, I hate friggin' Wall Street. And yet I follow the stock market. It is, you know, kind of makes you feel better when you see it going up. But that whole just pursuit of money just really rubs me the wrong way. I guess that's why I'm a liberal. But there's a lot of rich liberals out there. They made their money the old-fashioned way. They inherited it. No. I don't know. I don't know any rich liberals. The only rich people I ever met are all conservatives. But I know they're out there. I know they're out there. And let's see. Yeah. All right. I'm going to, you know, the thing that I found that was really interesting, and I'm sorry that this Fez Night is so choppy. I try my best for what it is, but it's like this, you know what I do? I just sit in front of the camera and talk, you know? And people that know me, if I get a couple of drinks back when I used to drink, man, I could talk all night. But I also like talking to interesting people, and I can, on occasion, listen. Despite what Bonnie says. God, having a conversation with her, though, man. She, like, shouts me down. You, Bonnie, you know I love you. Oh. You know, I joke with her that everybody on YouTube is afraid of her, and I'm the only one that'll stand up to her. But never in a mean way. No, she says I'm passive-aggressive. And that's true. That's true. Because, you know, somebody like me can't be openly aggressive. And for those of you that don't know what passive-aggressive is, aggression is walking up and like punching somebody in the face. Just going, boom! That's aggression. That's open, bare, bald-faced aggression. Passive aggression is like that guy, instead of punching him in the face, you spit in his coffee. Or something like that. All right, this was interesting, I thought. This is in Saturday's LA Times. Darwin and the 1,300 lizards. And what was interesting about this, they did a study on an island, several islands. And it's kind of complicated. It took a long time and it was a lot of hard work. But they basically were seeing how lizards will evolve. And this only applies to island lizards. And evolution on an island is very strange compared to on large continents. And some animals tend to become real big, like giants, like you'll find like really big lizards, I guess, on island places. Hopefully I'm not screwing this up, but I know that things change. Like for some reason, things on small islands can be a lot smaller, you know, than other places. I've got it screwed up, but things are different on small islands than they are on big, as far as evolution goes. And if somebody out there knows what, you know, please correct me. But it has something to do, there's weird things that happen on islands. Yeah, some creatures tend to get big on islands because they don't have as many predators, but they're also limited to food sources. So there's some animals that tend to be a little bit smaller. And of course, now I'm starting to ramble. Must be coffee. I think tea keeps me more focused. So anyways, they set up one island where they put nets over, because the lizard's main predator are birds. In fact, probably its only predator. So on this one island, they put up nets to keep the birds away. And then they put up another island. They introduced some other type of predator, and I believe it was a type of snake. Yeah, and these snakes were infertile, so they wouldn't breed. But they put enough, and mess up the ecosystem. But they put enough snakes on there to be a threat to the lizards. And then on another island, they need a control group, and they basically left them alone with no changes. And then they let one island become really crowded with lizards, so they would have to compete for food. The interesting thing about the island one is that these lizards, and they could see the change, okay? This is like an experiment on evolution, okay? And the island with the overpopulation of lizards, the other two islands, they didn't see much of a change. But this is unique to islands, okay? The island where there was overcrowding with lizards, the lizards had slightly longer hind limbs and a larger body size. And they would put these lizards on treadmills to test them, and they had better endurance on a treadmill. So they had to evolve to compete with other lizards. But the thing that happens on large continents is that evolution is more influenced by predators. So anyway, but this is this thing for these right-wing, well, I keep saying use the term right-wing, but these creationists, these people that don't believe in evolution. They say 50% of Americans don't believe in evolution. And so this propaganda is actually kind of working on Americans, and it's sad. It's really, really bad. I mean, America is an anti-intellectual country, which really sucks. How are we going to have our place in the world if we're a bunch of idiots and uneducated? So here's evidence that animals evolved. You know those people, they hate Darwin? I heard a story. This was reported by somebody in the UK, and it was sort of an anti-American thing. But he said, I guess they have some sort of monument or memorial or statue to Darwin. He saw an American tourist spit on it. Talk about an ugly American.